What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Locked On Sharks, the premier hockey podcast covering your favorite team in the Bay Area. I'm back in pog form. And also, my laptop broke, so don't yell at us for the audio quality because I'm using my AirPods. And they're not AirPod Pros. They're just regular peasant AirPods. So if anything goes wrong, blame it on JD for not covering it up in post. That's my statement on this matter. Secondly, I don't have video, but you can watch JD. It's good. He'll probably do something funny over top of the my little screen. Thirdly, I feel like we can't call him Borda God. That's just too easy. We got to come up with something better.
It's the hype train, baby. It's
Shark,
all.
the Shark. That's not a nickname though. That's just a thing that we do on the internet. We need to come up with a name for Thomas Bordeleau. Timo Meier scored with like 0.1 seconds left. Vegas's Twitter account is being a bunch of little bitches. It's a good time to be a Sharks fan. They win 5-4 in the shootout, effectively ending Vegas's season. It's glorious.
You're Locked On Sharks, your daily podcast on the San Jose Sharks. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
I'm your host, Kyle Demetrius, back with me as always, or I should say, I'm back with him as always.
No, there's no always.
Oh, you didn't let me finish. The thing cut out.
That's right.
I'm redoing that one. I'm redoing that again because it's so good because I've been here so long. I'm your host, Kyle Demetrius, back with me as always is my co-host, Adrian Wojnarowski. I've been thinking about this for a week now.
Yeah, you've been sitting on that one for a while, so I bet.
Yeah. I just needed to get that out of my system. So many things to catch up on. First and foremost, this is the worst franchise. They are so sad that they're going to miss the playoffs. They are just spoiled little babies. And it's great. It's awesome. I'm so happy. Pete DeBoer, you tweeted earlier you couldn't really spot the difference in the power plays. Just excellent work by you. Thomas Bordeleau just ending their season in the shootout. It's all good. It's so happy. It's so, in a season so shitty, 2 seasons so shitty, it's so good to be a Sharks fan for this, 2 hours post-game. When you can dunk on everybody, and it's funny.
Everybody's rooting for you,
coming
too.
In hot with those thoughts.
Yes, everyone's rooting for you, too.
Nobody was on Vegas' side.
Yes. It's good. We, we've been very pro. They should just lose a bunch of games, but every once in a while, it's nice when if you're not going to make the playoffs, at least take down your biggest rival with you. And the Sharks hadn't won a game against Vegas in 2 seasons, so it was just nice, and especially the way they did it tonight with the comeback. They were down 4-2 in the third, and they were just getting hammered in their own zone that whole second period. Third period, they came, started to kind of crawl back. Really kind of at that power play, they really started to kind of get back into it. And you could tell Vegas, they did the very Pete DeBoer thing, and they just turtled and just tried to run out the clock, and then they couldn't do that. And then, Timo Meier scoring with, Nick Bonito getting them back within 1. We were on a Nick Bonito hat trick watch tonight, and then Timo Meier, finishing off there. It was good to see. I'm sure we're gonna spend 7 hours talking about Bordeleau here in a minute, but Bordeleau getting big opportunities. He's out there with the empty net situation. They put him out there in overtime. They let him go out there with the game on a stick, and he delivered. And it was, again, it's been such a terrible season with so many bad losses and just bad things happening. It was nice to win tonight, and then we can get back to losing the rest of the season to help improve those tank standings. So.
Yeah, this game ruled. This was the one game where they were allowed to win.
Yes.
They won for you against Chicago because A, Chicago's bad, and B, you're there in person. But then they were allowed to win. They were allowed to win tonight. That's the rule, and it was sick. I wish they would have won in regulation so that LA could clinch, and I think it would almost basically virtually eliminate them to the playoffs? Because I think
I
right now
think
they're
they're
still like a 15% shot.
Yeah, Money Puck said they're at 17%. They went from 99.9% chance of winning this game to 17% chance of making the playoffs all within like 5 minutes.
to be, they're not very good with 5-minute increments over there in Vegas.
No, we know that.
I would also like to point out that Money Puck's odds are kind of sketch. Remember a couple seasons ago they had San Jose like a 20% shot to win the cup or something like that. It's very strange.
Yes.
But I'm assuming all the other models have a similar outcome where Vegas
I'm excited to
is dead in the
see
water.
Micah's tomorrow because his models are really good. So yeah, I'm sure when Micah gets updated.
Yeah, Micah rules.
Yes, Micah does rule.
Yeah,
so.
Vegas dead. How do you think the franchise is going? We're not going to talk about anything that happened on the ice in an analytical way. I don't think that's not fun. And I'm back. I'm derailing this entire podcast.
Mm-hmm.
How hard do you think Vegas is going to cry about something?
Oh,
anything?
that's their move.
I wish, honestly, I wish that something shifty happened, like the hand pass or the stupid 5-minute major. I wish something else happened just so that you can see them cry even harder. It would be so funny. It's just, I bet you they're going to say, well, Logan Thompson was playing. Our goalies are hurt. Maybe that's the slant they're going to go
That's going to be the slant they're going to go. Yeah, even though that whole Lehner situation is insane. We're just like the player, Robin Lehner is like, yeah, I need surgery and my season's done. And then Pete DeBoer's like, nobody told me he should be out there ready to go tomorrow. And yeah, this Vegas, of course, Vegas is well known for how they treat their players with respect, and they take care of them, and they don't trade them without telling them, and they don't try to do shifty trades without looking at guys' no trade clauses or just trading players like constantly. Yeah, Vegas definitely not known for those things.
Yep, definitely not. I'm gonna go to Vegas's Twitter right now and see how petty they're being.
Oh, they just tweeted out the pin.
Their official account.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I quote tweeted it with "cry bitch," which I thought was succinct and funny.
Yes.
They're tweeting about kids with cancer or something. Oh wow, they're pumping out. Okay, so they decided that they're gonna pump out tweets about jerseys off our backs. Gold Bar First Star Award winner of Evgeny Dadonov. What? Didn't they try to trade him?
They did.
Fans voted and Nicholas Roy is our 7th player award winner. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know.
Mark Stone is our Vegas Strong Service Award winner. They're tweeting out regular season awards and jerseys off our backs.
Well, tonight's their last game.
Eliminated.
Tonight's their last game, like last home game. That's why. So, anyway.
Yeah, but like. It's been 3 seconds since they died. Just seamless transition.
Yep. Just keep tweeting through it. Kyle, you know what you never need to keep tweeting through? Gambling.
My entire last 2 weeks? Gambling. Yeah, never tweet through gambling. Just take your losses like a man and move on.
Yes. Or woman. So, but BetOnline.net is your number one source for all your betting stats and sports info. Find out the latest sports developments, league reviews, and news, including this year's basketball playoffs and the start of Major League Baseball season. I wonder if they have odds of guys throwing up behind the pitcher. Anyway, BetOnline is your continuous source for your sports wagering information, from live betting to playoffs, esports, and more. So head to the website today. Use your mobile device to learn more about the trends in action. BetOnline, where the game starts. Should we talk about
the game
Thomas
is
Bordeleau?
Ended for Vegas.
So yeah, you haven't got to talk
good.
about Bordeleau at all. So I'll let you. I'll
just annoyed because I would just like randomly say things.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You're the one true player in this podcast. I just show up sometimes. Thomas Bordeleau played 14 minutes and 52 seconds tonight. Let's get that up to 16-17 there, Bob. Bordeleau rules. Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't. The ATO thing was dumb. If they were just going to call him up after one game, what was the point of that? Why did they go the ATO route And then just immediately be like, just kidding. What did he have in his first CUDA game? 3 assists or something like that?
He played 3 assists. Then he played 2 games with Barracuda. Had 3 assists in the first game, 0 points in the second game, but had like 3 shots on goal, and then was like, "Yeah, you're heading to the Sharks because he's just too good." He made Layden Peterson look really good. That's all he said.
You tweeted out throughout this last 2-week odyssey here that Layden Peterson and Aiden Hill have the same amount of points, which is really funny because one of them's a goalie and one of them got every chance in the world to play. Really funny. Bordeleau's not touching the CUDA again, right? Unless the Sharks get eliminated. Well, no, because the CUDA are getting eliminated. There's no shot he's not on the Sharks next year, right?
Yeah, I the way the resume, I know it's only been 5 games, but the resume he's putting together right now, the way Bob has used him in big situations, like I was talking about where he's at the empty, net, and they did that again in the Blues game last week. They put him out there on the shootout. He got some time during the overtime as well, and you could just see where that line of Gregor, Balcers, and Bordeleau are like an actual real functioning line. And Corey from The Athletic talked about like where you can see his defensive skills, like his brain is already there defensively, and then once his body, once he gets a little bit bigger and bulks up a little bit more, where he's going to be a stellar defensive player as well. So I just don't see how, and even watch him in person, like he is small and slight, but like it's kind of like that William Eklund thing where he just doesn't get hit and he's just always in the right place, and he's making his line mates better. I mean, we've talked about ad nauseum this year with Gregor, where it's just like, oh, why do they keep doing Gregor? Oh, and then watching that line of Gregor, Bordeleau, I'm excited every time those guys are jumping on the ice because they actually do stuff now. And Nick Bonino, who I know he had 2 goals tonight, but Nick Bonino he isn't a center anymore, and he's just not driving play, and it's exciting to watch Bordeleau do what he does out there.
Yeah. I mean, it's all we wanted.
Just fun.
just remember when it was just vibes
yes.
At the beginning of the season, how great that was, and then they took that from us. Rude.
They sent it to Sweden.
I'm really happy that they put Bordeleau on the Sharks. Like everybody's gonna whinge about the contract and the ELC, and who cares? Money is fake. The cap isn't real. They'll figure it out down the line. Well, maybe not. Maybe the new GM won't be RFA hardball man. I keep forgetting that Doug is gone.
Yeah, we'll probably talk GMs tomorrow. So, but yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah. So I'm throwing stuff at you live. So
I've just come off like a week-long bender. My brain doesn't function right now. It's pretty bad. Yeah, no, Bordeleau's everything that we've wanted so far. I don't know what else to say. He's sick. Some of the passes that he makes, like the one behind the net, where he spots the guy as he's going behind the net and throws it up front, is just high-level elite stuff. It'll be nice if they keep him. I would honestly like to see him up on the wing with the top guys for a second here at the end of the season, just to see what it's like, just to see how he plays in like a top 6 minutes, just to give him some time, like throw him on like Couture and Barabanov's wing or something like that. Hurtlemeyer, Bordeleau, just to give him some run, just to mix it up, because like the games don't matter anymore. But I think this is everything you possibly could have hoped for from Bordeleau to start his career. No.
Yeah, I mean, other than scoring a goal, basically, yeah, he's been amazing the whole time, and their line tonight did really well too. Where so let's see, the 6:24 time wise 5-on-5. Corsi allowed was 11-11, 7, 4 shots, 4. They gave up 5 shots, or, that second period that everybody in the Sharks gave up shots, but like they didn't look lost out there, especially against a very good Vegas team, or a decent Vegas team, but like a Vegas team that's fighting for its playoff lives right now. And, like I said, they, Bordeleau played big minutes and he played key situations. And, it's just good to see that he's already kind of earned Bob's trust this early. So.
Yeah. That's, I think, the most surprising thing, right?
Yeah, earning Bob's trust.
Getting playtime.
Yeah. Kid's good. The kid is good. So, Kyle, Bordeleau, probably needs to keep kind of, bulking up this summer. And there's only one thing he could do to bulk up, and that would be grabbing a Built Bar. Built Bars, as you guys know, the best tasting protein bar on the market. Each one of them is covered in 100% real chocolate. They're 130 calories, 4 grams of sugar, 4 net carbs, 17 grams of protein. And bars aren't your thing. That's what you should try out. Their puffs. They're fluffy. They're chocolatey. They're not just a protein bar. They're a marshmallow that's covered in 100% chocolate, but it's also protein infused. And they have amazing flavors like yummy cinnamon churro, coconut marshmallow, banana cream pie. You guys all know we are a 100% pro cream pie podcast. So go check out built.com. Use the promo code LOCK15. Get 15% off your order. Again, use the promo code LOCK15 for 15% off at built.com. All right. Other observations. I think the Sharks just should go ahead and bite the bullet and re-sign Barabanov because he's really good.
8x8 or like 10x8? What are we
just whatever. Lifetime. Yeah, it's. I mean, we saw when Barabanov was out the past 4 games where the Timo, they put Dahlin on there, and like Dahlin looked decent, but that line just wasn't clicking the same way. And then Barabanov gets back from his injury Saturday night against the Blackhawks, and then that line just goes off. And then again tonight, that line was really great, and they were the driving force of the Sharks, and it's just Barabanov, just do it, do it.
Yeah, I guess you kind of just do it, but at the same time you don't. I'm still so torn because of like the age money thing, but like he fits in very well with what they're trying to do.
Yeah, he does. And we like I said, I mean, we've seen that line has been very, very good when those guys are all put together. They all complement each other really well. And yeah, he left the lineup. That line didn't do anything for 4 games. They come back. I know the Blackhawks are bad, but that line was just dominating on Saturday night. And then they were, one of the main reasons the Sharks won tonight. So and Barabanov, he just seems to be that guy. For some reason, he's the glue on that line that holds it all together.
He's the straw that stirs the drink, apparently.
Yep. Who knew?
I guess
not us. Not
us. We thought it was going to be a person whose name rhymes with Schmoody Schmalzers.
Yeah,
that did not work out. I guess that means next year you run with Meyer, Hurdle, Barabanov, Eklund, Couture. Who would be the other winger?
Probably there's LeBanc. There's Nieto. I mean, Benito will still be on the team.
Nieto.
He's been playing. It's been the Benito Nieto Couture line for the past 2 weeks, dude.
That doesn't mean that's what they should be doing going forward.
I'm just saying.
That's like saying like using a candle to light your room was a good idea when they did it in the 1800s. No matter, we have technology now. We have better things.
But what if the candle just smells really good?
Nieto.
Yeah, I mean, it'll probably be
no. Nieto should be nowhere near the second line when they have actual people. Bordeleau, give them Bordeleau, make it.
No, let Bordeleau play.
Actually,
3C.
Bordeleau should be the 3C.
Yeah, and then you know what? If Benito doesn't look bad as a wing, to be honest. but poor Eklund will never get another goal. It's just gonna kill his assist. But yeah, we got plenty of time to figure it out. Who should be playing what next year? So yeah, let's.
I don't.
The hype train, it's off the rails. Anybody else you want to talk about? Anybody jumped out to you? Vegas looks bad, man. I don't see it.
They might be in for a rude.
Even if they get in, they're going to play
Colorado
and just get the floor wiped by the way Colorado's playing right now. But yeah, and then their cap situation. I know I made the mistake of tweeting out the collapse of the Golden Knights is going to be fun, and then all the Vegas fans found me. For some of my mentions were really a hot mess for a while, but their cap next year. So really quickly, it's pretty bad. They have going into next season, they have 18 contracts right now, so that they can field a team, and they are already $500,000 over the cap going into next year, and that's with
That's what their magic cap does. The Eichel trade Eichel makes $10 million and Mark Stone makes $9 million. I think Alex Pietrangelo makes 8 something.
Yeah, 8.8.
That's 27. That's 27. That's like $28 million right there. Baby, that's well, we know that Evgeny Dadonov is going to be traded.
Yes.
Or possibly just sent out back to be old Yellard. They clearly don't want him anymore, even though he's been very useful. Max Pacioretty, I think, still makes $7 million. Hairs.
Yeah,
it's
and we see. I mean, we literally watched this with the Sharks. The Vegas is kind of in the same situation the Sharks were a couple years ago, where you're trying to add that final piece to make a playoff, to make a cup run, and you got to, that's fine, but at some point the bill comes due, and these guys get older, and we've seen Mark Stone can't stay healthy, we see these guys can stay healthy, and then you have to, what made the Sharks so great before was their depth, right? When you have Joe Thornton as your 3C just casually putting up 60 points a season, that's awesome. But when you got to start having guys who are supposed to be third and fourth liners playing second and third line, and then that's where things start to go wrong because all your cap is tied up in certain areas. So yeah, it's coming. I am 100% confident the collapse is coming.
Yeah.
I
will be watching. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be fun. It would have been cool if the Vegas shtick was hey, we're really good out of the gates. This probably doesn't happen very often, and they were chill about everything. But no, they were definitely not.
No.
I hope that fans stick around, obviously, and they continue to sell out games and they have a big fan base and stuff. Because obviously, we don't want to see teams go under, especially one that's been a rival of San Jose.
Yeah.
And for better or worse, a good Vegas team has made the NHL interesting.
Yes.
Because, goddamn, they're so uppity for so long. It's first sign of diversity. Not diversity. Hockey's not diverse at all.
Adversity.
First sign of adversity, they're just going to hopefully crumple. Which will be sweet. Each other's face off. And, yeah.
I do like how Brendan Brisson on a ELC is their savior. It's a lot of teams
when you trade away all of your good prospects.
Yes.
What do you expect?
Yes, Brendan Brisson on an ELC is their savior. Cool, man. Have you seen Vegas's or not? Have you seen the Kings farm system? Because anyway.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here, Kyle.
Have you seen the Ducks farm system? Have you seen the Kings farm system? Have you seen
William Eklund?
The Sharks has been getting better. Bordeleau, you got Gushin, you got Coe.
The prospect of the year. Good for Coe. Good for Brandon Coe. So Yes.
100 and something points.
Yeah, he was sick. And he ties the game in the playoff game, gets sent to the box, comes out of the box with like 7 seconds left and wins the game on a breakaway. Like, his teammates find him, comes out of the comes out of the box, breakaway, scores with 2.5 seconds left to win the game in the playoff game. Just
absolute baller shit right there.
Yep.
Before we go, Corey tweeted that Thomas Bordeleau said the only goalie that has stopped at shootout move when he's used it in the past couple of years is Eric Portillo, who was the goalie on Michigan, and he doesn't have to face him in practice anymore. Also, king shit. Get rocked, Logan Thomas. Oh. Yes, a new era.
Yes.
Of Sharks hockey. Joe Pavelski died for our sins. What did I tweet? Joe Pavelski died so Thomas Bordeleau could live. All
right, let's get out of here.
It's good. Yes, you can find us at Locked On Sharks, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. How many are we at now?
Like 750 something. I haven't checked recently. So
getting so close to that sweet cash money.
Mm-hmm.
250 more ish, roughly. You can email us lockdonsharks@gmail.com. Who knows how that's doing? I haven't even checked my own email since I've been gone. You can listen to us Spotify, Amazon, Apple, wherever else you get your podcast. It's all good shit. Genie's at my fry hole. He has way too many more followers than I do.
5 away from 1,000, buddy. Yep.
Yeah.
Kyle is at Kyle Demetrius. And thank you
Follow
guys.
me too, people.
Maybe. Thank you guys for making us your first listen. Go check out the Locked On Fantasy Hockey podcast. Even though I know fantasy hockey is dying down, they still have a lot of good stuff on bets and stuff like that, especially with the playoffs coming up here. If you want to try to make some sweet cash money, go check out the Locked On NHL now. If you get a nice little taste of what's going on, it'll be great, especially with the playoffs. If you're going to bandwagon a team, go check out any the other amazing Locked On shows, such as
Locked On Phillies.
Bye, friends.
You didn't think I was going to say that one?
No, I did not. It's good to have you back,
also
Kyle.
A baby horse. Yeah, horses.
Horses.
Come.